Good evening, Virgo. This read is for you. I like to think my reads are for whatever planet you have in that sign and whatever house the sign covers in your chart, and your sun, your moon, but mostly your ascendant. All right. Now, I'll just quickly say if you want a personal read, my email is below. Feel free to email me and also ask if you have any questions about my workshops where I teach divination. And I also do tarot card parties that are a lot of fun. So do feel free to email me. So let's have a little talk about what's going on astrologically for Virgo. Currently, the sun is in your second house in Libra, possibly money with relationships or money relationships around money with people. Third house Mercury, Venus, third house, maybe communication with, again, around money and romance, possibly communication coming in for Virgo. Mars is happening in your second house, so perhaps you're busy earning money right now, putting a lot of energy into that. Jupiter expanding your fourth house, possibly upgrades in living conditions during this Jupiter in the sign of Sagittarius, maybe traveling adventurously, moving different places. I don't know, that'd be kind of interesting. Saturn is in your fifth, so you might be in a very creative career, inspired, creatively linked career. So that's a nice thing for Virgo to be in a creative energy. Virgo like to do, it's a nice balance for Virgo. Uranus in the ninth house, in Taurus, so finances around higher thinking or philosophy or traveling, teaching. Neptune in your seventh, relationship in Pisces. You're probably dreaming a lot about relationships or having very high or having some high hopes for spiritual relationships possibly. So then we have Pluto is hitting your fifth house, so fears about creativity. And then we get this North Node in your 11th house, so fears around creatively expressing yourself fully, I would think, are being cleared with this Capricorn in your work, because we've got the Saturn in your fifth house, and then we have Pluto in your fifth house and Saturn in Capricorn. So issues about being creative and your work, fears that hold you back from being creative possibly, because possibly around social media or public image or opinions of others. But North Node in the 11th house means you are your destiny in some level right now is bring heart, Cancer, because it's in Cancer, to bring heart to your tribe and social media, which again is also very Leo and creative. Then we had the full moon in Aries last weekend in your 8th house. Whoa, hang on a minute. 1, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8th. Yep, 8th house. So maybe some deep fears came up for you around being bold. So let's have a look and see how all of these energies are affecting the energy of Virgo. So I call in the highest guides, and highest frequency guides and angels to descend upon this read, be with us so that I may gain clarity of highest wisdom or guidance for the sign of Virgo towards their highest best destiny and highest best version of themselves. All right. And just to remind you, I'm not a professional astrologist. I'm a professional card reader, but I use astrology, and what I know, I'm studying astrology. I just could study it forever. I love it. All right. For the sign of Virgo. Four of Wands. Didn't we talk about that, about the fourth house for Virgo? Let me just see. What were we talking about? Yeah, we have Jupiter in the fourth house. Okay. Oh, interesting. Okay. That's a card, if twin flames are watching, this is my secret card signifying twin flame union. So I put that card in the deck so that when I do reads for people, for the universe or the divine to sort of signal to me that I'm supposed to guide them in twin flame, towards a twin flame union. And then we get the Four of Wands down here, which is kind of another 11-11 twin flame thing. So it feels like this is sort of turning into a twin flame read for Virgo. And it's possible that most people that do look up YouTube videos, are people struggling on the twin flame journey, because it's such a challenging journey. So I feel like the cards want to use me as much as they can to get the message through to as many twins as they can. So if you know or think that you're a twin flame, this might be very much for you. And if you're not, that's okay. This card represents being in full union with yourself and with your mate, in a good, aligned with your highest mate, highest destiny. So, and also if you're single, or you can be in a relationship and not be aligned with the person. So if sometimes that's what these reads are trying to help you do, is align with your partner. Okay, better. Or be in alignment with the energies, positive energies with your partner. So, okay, let's go ahead and see. Now, we of course, start the beginning of the read with the Ten of Wands, meaning that something is burdening the Virgo. We're looking at Pentacles now. Pentacles, which is about finances, money, Virgo. It's about grounding things, practicality, structure, detail, precision, finances. So Virgo are a little out of whack. I guess they're kind of worried about finances, but they're also really concerned about throwing themselves, not knowing how to really seek a financial security and independence via heart-based endeavors. And so by activating their heart, they feel they've been out of alignment. They haven't figured out how to align practicality with heart energy. And this period, this Pluto full moon, I think, because I'm getting these sort of heavy cards here, may have been clarifying for the Virgo as far as understanding the nature of operating from heart, and in a relationship, and realizing that they've been out of alignment by over efforting, trying to figure things out, and things don't seem to change. And so it's throwing the Virgo out of alignment with what they believe they're supposed to do. But the divine wants you to know that the reason that this hasn't happened, and now we also talk about physical twin flame union here, is because of this, which is the Five of Cups, which signifies depression, sadness, and really focusing on the negative, and which is the shadow side of Virgo energy, is to be critical of and focused on the negative. It's a very feminine energy, which is about observation, and observation of the negative will drop your frequency. So, or knowing or thinking something's wrong, or now this card is in alignment, but saying that the truth of the matter is that it is upsetting. I mean, that is the truth. We can't deny that this is sad, but you got to understand that you got to shift out of it, explode that, because something is really trying to come through here. And despite the energy of it not looking like it's happening, because we get the Seven of Wands, God wants you to know that's my portal of the divine. And if you don't believe in God, that's fine, or call it whatever you want to call it, your higher self. I believe this is a portal to divine self coming through with the most important message for you. That's the 11th card. That this is the journey of twin flame journey, or divine partnership journey, or purity of heart journey towards pure love. So if you're in a relationship and you're journeying towards a better pure love in your relationship, or if you're not, you're journeying towards a true pure love. And in that process, it takes time, because we have to clear our lower frequencies tendencies, which is to observe the negative, to process things with sadness, and to process time needing or imperfections or mistakes or flaws as lack, or as losing, or as it, so that way of perceiving what's happening needs to go. That's what's happening possibly in this full moon in the 12th house for you. I'm sorry, not the 12th house. What do we say? 8th house. Yeah, so that would be eighth house. That's deep stuff. That is pretty deep stuff about money and aligning with a love home life, or fulfilling home living, emotionally balanced, true love situation. That's what you really want. Now, if we go down here, things once you align this state that you're in a little bit here, Virgo, things it's going to happen very quick. We get this coming in, we get the lovers, we get a job, possible job, lover, you get the job, the lover, the house, the party, and then you're going to see there's going to be knowledge and understanding of, because we get this Three of Swords here. I'm going to pull a clarifier on that. Why are you throwing us Eight of Swords on that? What's that all about? Opportunity, financial opportunity, communication, probably from your divine partner or your destined. And then we get the Death card, which is that transformative thing. So in other words, this Eight of Swords will transform to see if this situation was pretty stuck through thinking, through ego, through perceptions that are sort of binding or old school, or there's a lot of possible meanings of that card, but the communication is going to come in that's going to let you know that either they are your divine empress, if this is a man watching this, or that you are their divine empress, divine partners lining up, joy. Oh, and possibly if there was a third party in this, because this is twin flame stuff, it's possibly a twin flame read, that this is the reason of having had a third party, but divine wants you to know, hang in there, it's turning into a two-party situation. They just had fear of commitment, they had negative thoughts that restricted them from being able to go forward, which they now have clarity of communication and opportunity to take this forward because they've transformed that thinking. Boom, Tower card. And then your job, Virgo, is to transform your down way of perceiving what's going on. You want to shift your perception to knowing, because whatever you perceive, you might be right, Virgo. It may really look sad. Usually Virgo are pretty right. These, earth signs are usually pretty right. They're intuitive, but it's a deception that this is bad or that it's not happening, okay? Because it is. Look, boom, divine partnership. It's happening. Hang in there, okay? That's what the divine wants you to know. Seven of Wands. Hold your ground. Hand in there. Things are transforming in this situation. All right? Hope this helps you, Virgo. Namaste. Have a wonderful evening. Good night.